What happened when a wealthy hotel guest humiliated a receptionist only to be escorted out to a standing ovation? I had been saving for months for a short vacation. Nothing fancy, just a weekend away at a nice hotel. When I finally checked in, I felt like I could breathe again. The lobby smelled of fresh flowers, the staff smiled warmly, and for once, I wasn't thinking about bills or work. That peace lasted all of 5 minutes, because that's when Mr. Important walked in. He arrived in a flurry of noise, snapping his fingers at the receptionist like she was his servant. Expensive luggage, flashy watch, phone glued to his ear. "Hurry up," he barked. "I don't have all day." The receptionist, barely 20, tried to explain that his suite wasn't ready yet. He slammed his hand on the counter, making her jump. "Do you know who I am? I'll have your job if this room isn't ready in 5 minutes." The entire lobby froze. Families with kids, couples checking in, tourists holding maps, we all heard him. The receptionist stammered an apology, cheeks red. I wanted to speak up, but my courage faltered. He looked like the type who thrived on intimidation. Still, I couldn't just stand by. I pulled out my phone, quietly hit record, and kept it aimed at the counter. He ranted for nearly 10 minutes, called her incompetent, said the hotel was a disgrace, even mocked her accent. The poor girl kept apologizing, clearly fighting tears. Parents nearby pulled their children closer, whispering. A man in line muttered, "Unbelievable," shaking his head. Two elderly women looked at each other and whispered, "This is bullying." Everyone was watching, but no one dared to intervene. It was like the entire lobby was holding its breath, waiting for someone to stop him. Finally, a manager arrived, calm but firm. "Sir, your room will be ready shortly. Please lower your voice." That only made him louder. "You people don't understand. I'm a VIP. I'll ruin this hotel's reputation." He leaned across the counter, invading the receptionist's space. That was the moment my blood boiled. You could see the receptionist shrinking back, her hands trembling on the keyboard. But then, karma struck. The manager straightened and said, "Sir, you're welcome to a refund, but you are no longer welcome to stay here. Please leave." The man's jaw dropped. "You can't do that. I have a reservation." Security appeared, standing tall behind him. The lobby buzzed with whispers and muffled laughs. "We are canceling your reservation," the manager repeated. "Harassing staff is against our policy." The man sputtered, turning red, waving his phone like a weapon. "I'll call corporate. I'll have your jobs." But security calmly escorted him out, his shouts echoing through the glass doors as they closed. And then it happened. The lobby erupted in applause. Guests clapped, some cheered, a few even stood. The receptionist covered her mouth, tears streaming down her cheeks, but this time from relief. A little girl tugged her mom's sleeve and asked loudly, "Why was that man so mean?" The mom bent down and whispered, "Because he forgot to be kind." People chuckled softly, the tension breaking like a popped balloon. I stopped recording only then, realizing my hands were shaking. That night, I uploaded the video with the caption, "Hotel staff deserve respect." By morning, it had millions of views. People across the world rallied behind the receptionist. Comments poured in, "I've worked front desk, this gave me chills." Finally, a manager standing up for their staff. Money doesn't excuse cruelty. News outlets picked it up. The man's face became infamous. Within days, people identified him as a wealthy businessman with a history of mistreating employees. Former staff spoke up, sharing horror stories. His company's reputation crumbled almost overnight. Investors began pulling out, clients canceled contracts, and soon he was trending again, this time as a cautionary tale of arrogance gone viral. The hotel released a statement praising their staff and reminding guests that kindness is non-negotiable. The receptionist herself messaged me privately. She thanked me for recording. "I thought no one would stand up for me," she wrote. "Now I feel like the world did." I cried reading her words. I hadn't realized that my one small act, pulling out a phone when everyone else looked away, would change someone's entire life. I had gone on vacation to escape stress, but instead I witnessed the truth. Dignity matters more than money, and respect is worth more than power. That man wanted to make her small. Instead, he exposed his own emptiness, and in the end, the world sided with her. The applause in that lobby didn't just echo for a minute, it echoed forever.